Very excited to have our next guest join us here at the Rickshaw Stop in San Francisco, Grace Mitchell. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
It's been on our radar for some time. You played Outside Lands last year, and I heard there was just like massive amounts of people at your set, massive amounts of people just trying to get a glimpse of you, you know, even off stage and so forth. And let me lead with that. How was that experience playing Golden Gate Park?
It was amazing. Firstly, Outside Lands is an incredible festival because it's all in the woods.
Yeah.
And it was like, I felt like I was back in Oregon because you're just like walking through big trees, get to the next venue. And then like a surprisingly huge crowd came to my show and I was so thankful.
You ever take a step back and get that perspective of, wow, there's a lot of history in this town at Golden Gate Park.
Yeah.
Summer of Love, right?
Totally, absolutely. I remember the first time I went to Haight Ashbury, I was walking around, I was like, whoa, this is where it all went down. Of course, it's really cool for me because a huge punk scene, counterculture was there, a lot of alternative counterculture stuff and cool shops. I was like really stoked to see it. And my favorite thing to do when I come here is go to Chinatown.
Oh, nice. Mm-hmm. You're a big fan of dim sum? And
yeah. The little, I don't know what they're called, but they're the red bean rice ball things. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Are you talking about the fried ones?
They're little patties, yeah.
With sesame seeds all over them?
Yes, you eat that. It's so good.
Yeah. You know, one of the things I found interesting is that you started in music at such a young age, 13 years old, and you started writing your own songs, right? And you got basically hooked up with a neighbor who happens to be in a well-known band, the Shins, right? Mr. Swift.
Yes.
And did you find that you had to grow up really quickly because people would tell you things like, you know, the whole, and not only just to get involved in an adult industry, but the music industry, you know, the mystique of Los Angeles, right? You hear all the crazy stories.
I think that I did have to grow up really quickly though. Moving down to LA and traveling to LA was like, it was like overwhelming in and of itself, and then to like hear crazy stories and be invited to like really lavish parties, and then just like, what is this town that's so weird? And some people are there because they want to pursue their dreams, other people are there because their dreams have failed. It's like the Wild West.
It feels really good to be back. What y'all don't know is that they have a vending machine upstairs that spits out only beer, which is really fun. So give it up for Rickshaw. But not only that, San Francisco has always been a pleasure to play. I've come here, I don't know, maybe 4 times now. Played the Fillmore with St. Lucia. I did Pop Scene. I played with Joywave. I played Outside Lands this last summer. Where y'all in the crowd of Outside Lands.
Your music really resonated very early on. You worked really hard to earn those opportunities, right? And then getting onto a major label, and then having a few singles get released in 2017, right? A couple of EPs, of course, right? Design and Race Day. Really being able to showcase different sides of you, which I think is fantastic that you got that opportunity. A lot of times, labels, management will say, no, stick to Kids Ain't Alright, and you know, let's go with this.
Yeah.
How did you fend off those opinions?
I think luckily I had a lot of people around me that just trusted me to be creative. They're like, if we leave her to her own devices in the studio, she'll make things consistently. So I was bringing things to my label, bringing things to my management, and they're like, we like this. We'll just have a collage of different sounds on the album. And so I started releasing it in like a playlist style instead of a full album, because I think that as a listener, someone who might be confused hearing all the different sounds on like an album, but if I'm just releasing single after single, they can kind of feel a different taste of one side of my personality, a different life experience on one side. So I'm influenced by so many different genres. And I don't know if that makes a lot of sense, but I just love everything. So it's hard to minimize it to one thing.
We were talking about the wonderful things that you were able to create last year. 2018, it seems like you're going to be forging a new path.
Yeah.
Right? So you're independent now.
Yes.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Instead of going to try to shop around to another label, you're going down this road.
Yeah.
What were some of the motivations leading you just to try this path?
I think I needed something fresh and new and kind of expand upon sounds that I wanted to do from the beginning, and then took all these different paths like you were saying earlier, and now I want to kind of solidify it, and I want that to be all my own. And being independent is good for making music that's just entirely yours, and everything you make you have ownership of, so I wanted to experiment with that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you already have an idea of the sounds that you will provide, and, for lack of a better word, consistency?
Yes, I do. I have a vision now,
Okay.
yeah. I think it's going to be more, everything I've been releasing has been kind of all over the place. It's going to be very concentrated.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Talking to you, and I'm really excited for your future. Can't wait for new music
Thanks.
to come out. And
Yeah.
best of luck.
Thanks,
Great to meet you.
Good to meet you.
It is Grace Mitchell, and you're watching B-Sides On Air.